Are you a married man stuck in a job that feels like it's draining the life out of you? Well, this might be the spark you've been waiting for. This wasn't even supposed to be an interview, but the conversation was so good that I had to share it with you. My name is Jiva Dahl, and I want to welcome you to Alpha Dad Consulting. On this episode, I'm joined by Cole Mize. He's a rap coach, an artist, a music producer with over 100,000 YouTube subscribers who walked away from the comfort of a corporate paycheck to follow his calling. We're talking about faith, family, music, and what it really takes to build a purpose-driven life as a man. Let's go.
I came to set it off, lots of people better off not knowing how to play this game and beat the final boss. I'm at a loss for words, it's only the first verse.
There he is. What's up, brother?
What's
How you
up,
doing?
bro?
Good,
we
man.
don't have no Zoom complications, do we? You
Nah, man.
You okay?
Nah, we ain't doing nothing crazy, nothing like that this time around, I promise.
I appreciate your help with that, man.
Yeah, bro, I got you, man. I know what that's like. Trust me, I've been in too many situations, bro, where that's gone down. Like, I remember, doing YouTube too, and you might have an experience like this, but I remember my first video, bro, that I ever recorded. I forgot to turn on the mic.
Oh,
And I ranted, dude. I ranted in front of the camera for like an hour, dog.
was you live
then-
streaming or just?
No. Thankfully I wasn't live streaming. I was just pre-recording a video that I was gonna post, right? And it was gonna be my first one, dude. Like my launch, right? Yeah, dude. I was on the mic. I was going off on a tangent with whatever the topic was, right? And then I go to look
You
at the
was into
memory
it too,
card.
bro.
No sound, bro. It's just me lip syncing the entire video for an hour. Had to go back in the next day to re-record it.
Yeah, man. I've probably done that a few times for sure.
Yeah.
There's this one guy that I follow that covers like MMA fighting news and
Okay.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
And his name's Luke Thomas, and
Okay.
he's notorious for he's a really intelligent guy, but
Yeah.
when it comes to technical stuff, like he always has these blunders, and he'll
That's
go
funny.
like live like immediately after like a fight night, like a big
To
card.
comment on it and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, like they give like just live commentary, his thoughts and stuff. And there's been several times where, he's going for like 15, 20 minutes, the microphone's not even on. And
Yeah.
the chat is just going ballistic, like, bro, there's no mic, there's no audio. And he's not even looking at the
Yeah.
chat. They're just grilling him like so hard. Imagine
That's
that.
funny,
Imagine
bro.
like you're live
Oh,
talking
dude, that's
into the
worst.
void and just getting grilled in the chat for like 20, 30 minutes. And then you
Yeah,
finally
yeah.
realize that you're like, oh gosh, you gotta run all of that back.
Yeah, bro. That it's that YouTube game, man. Like whenever you're playing that, like you learn a lot through failure.
Yeah.
Like a whole lot, bro. Messing up. Yeah.
It's a
So
great
I-
learning tool,
I-
man. They say fail faster.
Yes,
You
sir.
If you're not
Yes,
failing,
sir.
you're probably not doing too much.
Yeah, man. That's very true, bro. That's very true.
Yeah,
Dude, so how you been, man? How's everything? How's the family? How's business? How's everything going on in your life, man?
good, bro. Good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of my plate as usual. Doing a lot of producing.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle right now of producing 2 songs this week, and
Okay.
I actually have my own song that's dropping tomorrow. So,
Bro, that's good. Yeah.
yeah. I'm
okay.
really excited about releasing a lot of music because I've been doing
Yeah.
music all these years, but I
it's been
haven't
for
been
other people.
releasing. Yeah. I just been last 10 years, going on 11 years, have just been really mainly just dedicated to producing other artists, developing other artists. So
Yeah.
it's good to start releasing some of my own stuff.
Yeah. That's gonna be dope, bro.
Got a lot of
Yeah,
songs in me, bro.
Yeah, no, I mean, come on, bro. Like the catalog has got to be large, and then the history of just everything you've been doing too. You know what I mean? So yeah, that makes sense that you're gonna have a lot. So
Yeah,
yeah, I
man.
was actually surprised that you didn't have like this catalog. But I mean, I
Yeah.
imagine like your focus, right, is you're doing the coaching stuff and you're doing the YouTube stuff and then the production, right, like mixing, mastering. You're doing all that stuff as well. So
Yeah.
How long have you been doing it full time?
Full,
Yeah.
man, probably just guesstimating, probably like 6 or 7 years full
Oh,
time.
really? Yeah.
Yeah. So
Dude,
it took
that's
me
dope,
it took
bro.
me like a couple of years to like build it up to the point where I could like go full time with it. So
Yeah.
like just holding down the corporate, the jobby job, the real job, as they say.
Yeah.
Real job. Get a real
yeah.
job.
The day
Holding down
job.
that real job until I
Yeah.
could pivot into that. And so yeah, about 2 years and some change probably, give or take. before I went full time into that, and now I'm kind of in a similar position in a way to where so much of what I've been doing has been like coaching and teaching and like producing for other artists, but I'm kind of also now pivoting to where I'm doing more stuff as an artist myself,
Yeah.
and so growing that revenue stream off my own music.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I'm really excited about that, man. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
man.
that's dope, man. Dude,
Yeah,
was
how
that
about you? How-
scary, bro? Like, was the transition from the, you know how like you get that steady paycheck every 2 weeks,
Oh yeah,
and then transitioning from that to like, okay, now you're a full-time entrepreneur, right? Like, I mean, that's got to be.
It
Are you
was,
familiar with Alex Hermosi? Or are you familiar with him?
he's the one behind the platform you was talking about, right?
Yeah,
School?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, the school.
SKOOL.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not like deep into him. I know
Okay.
of him. I know him
Yeah.
enough. I know he's the guy with the nose band. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
with the band, yeah, and the beard, and it looks like a freaking lumberjack. Yeah,
saying? Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I'm somewhat familiar with him. But is that part of his story? Just
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is that he talks about how when he went to like Vanderbilt, right, and like he like graduated top of his class and was working like a consulting gig at like this big firm, making like 6 figures at like 23 years old, you know.
wow.
And then he's like, I don't want to do this. I'm kind of into health and fitness. So he quit the job, bro. Like he saved some money to move and he quit the job and then like moved out to like San Diego, California and started his own gym. Like,
Oh yeah.
and that's what he wanted. Like he was doing personal training and that's how his story panned out. But he always said that his biggest, like the hardest thing he ever had to do throughout his whole history was that like quit the day job because of that
Yeah.
security. Right. So I was just
yeah.
wondering if that was the same for you.
Yeah, it was yeah, it was I wouldn't say it was hard. So I feel like I kind of already had some primer before all that stuff happened. So like
Yeah.
one book I read that changed my life was Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad Poor Dad. Are you
Same,
familiar
man.
with that?
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
big game changer for me.
Oh yeah, like I read that
Yeah.
probably when I was like 17 or 18 years old.
Oh
And,
wow. Yeah.
like I hated reading until I graduated high school. It's something just clicked. Like, oh, I can read like whatever I want now. You know, like it was just always a chore. It was always something I was obligated to do, and it was usually reading stuff I wasn't really that interested in. So I just looked at it like an evil thing. Like, I hate reading. Reading sucks. You know, it's something you gotta do. You know, and then that's right. Like when the high speed internet was hitting. You know, so like I graduated 2003, so this is like right when like CD burners were out and the Napster thing was popping off.
Yep,
You know, like that era.
Kazaa, Morpheus, all that
Oh, yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
sir. All of them.
All of them. LimeWire, right? Like
Yeah,
all that, bro.
LimeWire,
Yeah.
yep.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a huge, man. That was part of my. That was one of my hustles in school, was like burning CDs, like selling mixtapes and stuff
Yep.
like that. And I mean, sometimes it'd be taking like a whole day sometimes to download just a couple of songs.
Yeah, and finding the good copies, right? You remember that?
Oh,
Some
yeah.
some copies were so bad, like you had to make sure you got the good copies. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you never knew. You never you never knew what it was until you downloaded it and played it. That was actually how I'm gonna try not to get off on a tangent, but that's how
you're good, bro.
Soldier Boy popped off. Was he was tricking people
Oh, really?
on Napster, and he would like say like his song was like Eminem cleaning out my closet or whatever, and it was really Soldier Boy's song. And
I
that's
didn't know that. Wow.
that's how he
okay.
he tricked a lot of people into like listening to his song, and so he was like one of the first artists to ever like pop off on the internet. And I think that was like during the MySpace era and stuff, I believe.
Yeah.
And that was like one of his tactics was tricking people into downloading a song that was his. They thought it was somebody else.
That's crazy, bro. I ain't gonna hate on the hustle though. That's pretty.
Yeah.
I would never thought about that. You know what I mean? Like,
It's like, what are they gonna do?
That.
That's like somebody robbing a drug dealer. Like, is the drug dealer gonna call a cop? Man, he
Yeah,
stole my
we're gonna
crack,
call the
man.
authorities. Yeah.
That dude stole my crack, man. Like,
Yeah.
what do you want me to do about it? Like,
I'm gonna arrest both of you.
yeah, I'm
Like,
take you
yeah.
both in.
Yeah.
But
That's
so
funny, bro.
I had a bit of a primer because like I had already had like this mindset of. So I read Robert Kiyosaki, and the thing about that book, what really got me was when he said that most people think of investing as a monetary thing. And he said one of your greatest investments that you'll make in your life is how you spend your time and who you spend your time with. Or he
Yeah.
may actually said invest time, because he was like, you can spend time, you can spend money, or you can invest money. So like investments yield a return. So he was like, ask yourself how are you spending your time, or are you investing your time? You
Yeah.
know, and I was like, did a little inventory check of myself. You know, shortly out of high school, I'm like, man, I'm doing like a lot of partying. I'm spending a lot of money on booze and like weed and
Yeah.
just I thought I was in the Fast and the Furious. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to
Yeah.
get the body kit and the system and all that. And I'm like,
Oh yeah.
I'm a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a
Yeah, of
kid.
course.
I'm working a job. I'm making some money, but it really just helped me align my whole priorities in life, and it's caused me to do inventory of like all the people I was hanging out with, how I was spending my time, and I was like, man, I really want to make a living doing this music thing, and I've been serious about music for a long time, and so that's when I was like, man, I'm gonna quit hanging out, partying with all. I basically just turned into a recluse. I'm like, I'm just gonna be in my room working on my music. That's also when I really started getting into the word. So like I had this whole spiritual transformation at that point in time. So it's like I'm just going through like this kind of metamorphosis, caterpillar into a butterfly type of situation.
Yeah.
And so I just studying, getting growing spiritually, growing in my craft and music and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
And so it really allowed me to like prioritize things and put things in order. And and so leading up to like by the time I found myself in the corporate world, I had like climbed up the ladder enough to where like they were trying to pressure me to like get married to them. You know what I'm saying? With the company, basically like, hey, let's get you like permanent. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get you like let's like get you higher up. Let's get you like the company car. Let's get you on like quarterly bonuses. Let's get you all these extra perks and all this stuff. And I felt really like I was scared of that.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like I'm like,
No,
I
I
could
feel
use
you.
the money, but I'm like,
Yeah.
that's not what I wanted. And I didn't. They were trying to talk me into like relocating to another state to like get my own territory. I worked for Kraft Foods, and
Oh, okay.
and I
Yeah.
loved it. I loved the job, but I was like, but I always knew like that's not what I was wanting to do the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Like I knew it was a job, but it wasn't my career. It wasn't
It's like
my
a means to
purpose.
an end, right? Like
Yeah, it's like
you
a
were
stepping
using
stone.
it. Yeah.
It's like a stepping stone to help me get to my next thing. And another thing, I won't never forget this. So like towards the end of my run there, I was very conflicted. Like, cause I had kind of what they call what's it called? Cognitive dissonance.
Okay.
Is what they call it. Cognitive. So you're kind of torn between two different things. Like you're trying to rationalize something that's not feeling right to you. Like, well, it's good money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you said, safe, secure, the benefits, all this stuff. And then I'm like, but I'm not at peace with it. Like, I don't have peace with it. And I remember my boss was trying to like groom me to become like the guy he was going to present to get the next promotion. And I remember his boss came out, and I will never forget it. She took me and my boss out to eat, and she asked me, she phrased this in a way that no one else in the company ever phrased it. Cause like companies, just like a lot of other things, can be very cult like to where like there's no life outside of it. It's like, where do you see yourself in the company? Hey, what do you think about this in the company? Like, what do you do?
Yeah, I don't, bro. Like you're like, I don't see myself 5 years from now here. You know what I mean? Like,
hey, man, did you hear about the new Oreos that are coming out? Crazy, right? Like there's nothing else going on in the world. We talking about cookies and crackers. But she asked me, she phrased it in a different way. She said, where do you see yourself? Like, where do you want to be in life? What do you want to do with your life? Like, where do you see yourself in life in like 5 years? She didn't say like in the company.
Yeah.
And I said, man, I got my boss right here. He's like trying to groom me like to be the next person in line to get promoted. And I just had peace come over me. And I was just told her, I said, man, honestly, I would love to be making a living doing music. And at that moment, like I felt so much relief, and I could also feel the tension in the air from my boss. He's pissed. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's pissed. And she said, really? She goes, my son has his own studio. He just bought a bunch of equipment, and she was asking me about his microphone and all this, and do I think that's like good equipment and stuff like that. And we just hit it off. But also I remember leading up to that, another thing that really helped me out was my wife, because my wife's she's a day one. Like
nice.
Before we was married, bro. Like we were best friends for like 3.5 years. She would drive me to like perform at shows and stuff like that. And like she's always been supportive of my music and stuff, and she's always believed in me in that. And so she was 100% behind it. You know what I'm saying?
That's the best, bro.
Yeah. Like she's 10 toes down in the trenches with me.
That's
and so I remember talking to her about it. I was like, man, you know, like I'm conflicted about it. She's like, you know, one thing was, it wasn't like an overnight thing. And one thing I learned through that was like that you'll have different seasons in your life. And through that season, the type of job I had with them. So what I did was I was what you call a vacation relief person. So basically you have like sales reps, which they'll have like their own territory. And let's say they have like, I don't know, let's just say they have 10 grocery stores, and they go into there and they're the ones ordering like all the cookies and the crackers and selling cheese displays and, you know, all
sort of
that
like restocking the store type of thing, or
kind of, or they're the ones that's ordering stuff, and then they'll have like a merchandiser that comes in that they kind of manage to make sure they're doing their job correctly. And they do some themselves, but they're primarily dealing with like the sales and the numbers and like talking to store managers and selling displays and stuff in. And so that's what I had worked myself up to, but I never had my own location. Like I'm traveling around like all over. Like I could be in a different place sometimes every single day, sometimes multiple places in one day. Yeah. And so like I'd be all over the place. And I lost my train of thought where I was about to go with it. I'm trying to
you're just giving me a kind of an overview of what the job entails.
I got it. So bro, I got to see everything. Like I worked in like the richest neighborhoods in Atlanta to like the worst hoods in Atlanta. Right. But beyond that, like just the different territories themselves, like some of these sales reps they ran them horribly. You know, it didn't matter the location, but the sales rep themselves, some of them was so bad. I'm like, how do y'all have a job? You know, like I'd be going in on a Monday, my first day running their territory. I'm already getting phone calls from store managers complaining. I haven't even got to do anything yet. They're complaining about the guy I'm covering for his vacation. He didn't order this. They got holes in the shelves, you know, or this, that, and the third. No one worked the store over the weekend. Like just
crazy stuff. Yeah.
But I say that to say that through that season of my life, I had a certain amount of grace to handle anything that was thrown at me. Like, and it was super stressful times. Like I was put in a lot of really bad situations, and I had to go in and like basically be the fireman, you know. And like sometimes they would use me as like the good cop, you know, coming in like, look, that I understand you got a lot of, but I'm here to help you out. I'm gonna save the day. I got you. You know, I'm not the guy that you hate that's coming in here normally. Like I'm a different person. I got you. You know, and I would take care of them. But there was a certain amount of grace that I had, and towards the end, like when I felt like it was time for me to leave, I was getting agitated. I was getting annoyed. Like I was getting like, that grace was like dwindling a lot. And that's how I knew like, okay, I feel like I've outgrown this. Like I feel like I've kind of overstayed my welcome a little bit here. Yeah. Like I don't have peace here anymore. And at the same time, I'm super grateful for it. Like I can see it's like I'm super blessed to have this job. I'm super appreciative of it and thankful. And but man, I'm like this. I just knew like this isn't it. Like this is not it for me. So I didn't have any peace. And so when I made that move, it was definitely like a faith move, and it wasn't like something overnight. Like there's a lot of thought, prayer that goes into it. Like I need some signs. You know what I'm saying? Oh, give me a sign. You know, like
absolutely, man. Yeah.
And so when I did make it, I felt confident in it, and I had the support of my wife that helped out a lot. And so it's not to say that like there still wasn't tough times during that transition, you know, or just like any business has like ups and downs. Yeah. But I had peace knowing that was like the move. And so there's been several things like that in life where it's like, it's just like a faith move. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you sit on it a little bit, you know, you maybe test some things or maybe ask for like some clarity or whatever. But, you know, it's not something that was just done like really quick, like out of emotion or something like, hey, let's quit the job. I want to make some music.
Yeah, exactly. Just day one, right? Just just like, I'm out, guys. Peace.
Yeah.
You know?
Screw you guys.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. even though most of us want to quit that way, you know what I mean? Like just abruptly and say I'm out. But dude, yeah, that's powerful, bro. Dude, good on you too. Like to get on the work, dude. I knew it, and there's something about you because I would see how you. Just even in the way you communicate in like your videos and stuff, how you refrain. I see you refrain from like cursing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I see you. So I'm like, man, this dude's got to have some kind of faith behind him, something backing him up, because people don't just work that way. You know what I'm saying? So, so I respect that a lot, brother. Like that's awesome.
Yeah.
That you took
I might drop a few in
yeah.
my private life, but I try to keep it wholesome. You know
No,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. No, I get it, man, and I'm the same way. And I actually want to get your take on something with respect to that in just a bit here, because I want to hear your thoughts on this, because it's something I've been wrestling with. I'll give you kind of a little bit of background of where I came from too, and I think you'll love this. But what I want to ask you is, so at what point did the YouTube journey start for you, bro? Like, were you said you were still working, right? So like, how did that come about? Where you're like, oh, well, let me just start putting, you know, some coaching stuff or some rap coaching, or at least I don't know if initially it was just music, you know,
So if you think about my brand name, it's Mize Studios. So it's not like Mize teaches you how to rap, you know, or anything like that. It's like Mize Studios. So initially, okay, so let me back up a little bit. So I've been doing music since I was in elementary school. Before I started rapping, I was playing saxophone in my school's competition band. So, So third grade, I started playing saxophone. By the time I was in fifth grade, that's when I first started trying to put my first rhymes together. All right. And what led to that was my classroom, my schoolmate, this black girl named Kimberly, she died in a house fire.
Oh my God.
And so as a kid, I mean, like that's hard to make sense of.
Bro.
Like we're supposed to be invincible, we're supposed to live forever. She, you know, her desk is empty. I'm just waiting for her to walk in and then just to be like some big misunderstanding or whatever. Yeah, and that's the first time I ever tried to rap, and it was I understand it now as it was therapy. I was trying to, you know, get these feelings and thoughts out and express them and, you know, vent or whatever and make sense of it. But fast forward, you know, all the way up until high school, I've been making music this whole time. I started getting into making beats, recording. I kind of stumbled into like building my own little makeshift studio out of very humble equipment. And like I got a CD burner. I got the little $10 microphone that came with the computer. I got
the little small one. Yep. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I still have it back here.
You still have it. That's
because it
funny,
means
bro.
like so much to me because I recorded I recorded 3 demos during high school, and I, you know, them CD burners, man, I'd print like hundreds of them. I'd just be passing them out, and that's how I was getting like feedback and also kind of building a fan base at the same time. In high school, because I was just passing out CDs, and so fast forward, I got into a rap group, and we ended up doing like a couple hundred songs together, and we ended up getting signed to an independent label. And so James Brown's like road manager from back in the day is who signed us to his like independent label. And so they had an investor that was about to put like $150,000 behind us to like just promote us to the local like Atlanta, Georgia scene. And long story short, just the group ended up breaking apart. I ended up leaving the group. I'm the one that left because there was some theft going on. There was some stuff being stolen from my house and from my family and stuff like that. And it wasn't just that. That was just kind of what, you know, that was like the final straw for me, is like when stuff started getting missing from my brother and stuff like that. And so I ended up, you know, backing out of that, and I just went solo after that. And going back to when I was telling you about like how I went through like this metamorphosis when I quit partying and stuff like that. At that time, I'm a solo artist. At that time, I just like saved up money for like a year and some change and recorded at like this my dream studio I wanted to record at. It's called Patchwork Studios in Atlanta. And this is where like Outkast recorded stuff at. You name it. Beyonce, Nas, anybody, you know, all the major artists have recorded at the studio in Atlanta. And I recorded my final demo there, and I started doing shows, and I was starting to like book my own shows. So like one of my homeboys at the time was like my acting kind of booking manager.
Your manager, yeah.
I paid him in Monster energy drinks and Reese big cups. That's what his demands were. He's like, "You give me that, bro. You pick me up," because he didn't drive. You pick me up. You keep me stocked with that. I got you. We'll call it even.
Wow. Okay.
And so like we would hit up like the college towns and stuff like during the week, and we would go to bars and chop it up and like pass my CDs out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so keep in mind, I'm 19, 18, 19 around it. I'm young. I'm pretty freaking young, you know, and I'm getting after it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was right before, like I was telling you about that book I was reading with Robert Kiyosaki. God was doing his thing with me spiritually. And I just felt led to like take a step back from all that. Like I literally felt like I was like ahead of myself. Like I had, like my ambition was like a little bit too much for my understanding at the time.
Yeah.
And at that time, the play was still, you know, put out a demo, get a record deal. And, you know, that was like the mindset.
Yeah.
And so I really had a strong desire to be married, like young, like early on. I always was like looking for a wife. I wasn't like looking for girlfriends. I'm like, always trying to find who's the one, like who's the
right one. Yeah.
That I'm gonna lock it down with and like build something with. And so I felt led to like take a step away from all that. And this is like when stuff is popping. Like I was like this is like when I first started making my first money from like my music, like getting paid to do a show and like actually getting people to come to the show and buy a ticket. You know what I'm saying? Like I was doing that all the way back then. And so I took a step back and I took like 5 years off, and I was just, you know, I got married during that time. I'm just trying to get established into this world. That's when I get my corporate job. I was with them for like 6 years before I left them. And so I'm just trying to kind of find my footing in the world as like a young adult, you know, married person. And so when I came back out, when I announced that I was like coming back out doing music like after 5 years, and I just kind of announced it online. At this time, Twitter just came out. This is probably like around 2010, 2011-ish, around there. Yeah. And so I announced that I'm coming back out doing music. And it, like immediately I had people from my past and a few new people like hitting me up, wanting me to like make beats for them and produce for them and stuff like that. Yeah. So Coal Mine Studios initially was just for me working with like local artists. Oh, wow. So like local artists used to be coming in here like all the time. This room would be filled with people and we're just recording music. You know, that's what Coal Mine Studios was. Crazy. And so like I did that for like a couple of years. And then I'm doing that while I'm working my corporate job. All right. So there'll be times where I would come home from work, a long day, and I got somebody waiting in the driveway for me to let them in so we can start working on their song. You know, and I still got more work to get done with my real job. You know what I'm saying?
You still had work that you took home. That you got to do. Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, because I have a management type of position, so I still got to answer emails when I get home. I still got to, you know, I would make phone calls a lot of times on the way home, so you know I could save a little bit of time on that. But yeah, so like I was grinding, bro. I was grinding, and then it just really got to a point where it's like I realized that the artist I was working with didn't really have the budget for me to get paid a more fair wage. And that was really kind of my first paid gigs too. So like my stuff was like crazy cheap, like too cheap, you know, way too cheap. And I'm like, you can't live off of this. It was just like, will you pay me something to like make you a beat and produce? Oh, you will? Okay, I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that. And just kind of dipping my toes. Cause for years I was like producing and recording and mixing, you know, and like for nothing, like just, it was always just, hey, this is what I do. Like, this is something I love and I'm enjoying it. And I was never really doing it in the beginning, like to try to make money off of it. It was just like, hey, can I get good at this? You know? Yeah,
it's for the reps more.
Yeah, like the reps. And it was just like, we would all just kind of click up, and that's how I got in the group. Because I was a fan of these rappers, and I told them about my little makeshift studio, started recording them, and they kind of found out I kind of rapped undercover. and they asked me to spit something for them. And the next thing you know, I'm getting on songs with them. But yeah, so fast forward, so like a couple things happened. Like, so after I came back out, after taking all them years off, a part of me was like, man, do I still got it? You know? And I was like, man, I'm going to enter in like a few rap competitions. Just for the fun of it, just for the fun of it, just to kind of get myself out there and start promoting my music again and stuff like that. Because like the thing is, it's different. Like when you're used to getting feedback all the time, like when you're actively doing something, like I was doing it, I'm doing shows, I'm putting out music and stuff like that. So people are constantly like reaffirming, like, dude, that's dope, that's cool. You know, that's fire. I love this, I like that. But when you take a step back, like you're getting none of that for like a long time, and you're like, man, can I still move people like that? Do I still got it? And so this one rap competition I entered in, I ended up winning first place out of 60 other rappers. It was this thing called the Z4L. Awesome. It's called You're Going to Jail Now rap competition.
Oh, really?
They had this video that went viral back then of this MARTA this bus driver who, this male bus driver who was dealing with a really disrespectful female driver. Oh, and really? Apparently it was probably at the end of the week, at the end of the day, and that was it. Like he was just spent. And he just gets up. He's like, you ain't gonna be on my bus talking to me like that. And he reaches down and just uppercuts her just like a and somebody, they were doing like an interview to someone that witnessed it, and they said it was like one of the Mortal Kombat finisher type of moves. And
I remember the uppercut, like the
And they were like, you going to jail now, and that's what started this whole theme for this rap competition. It was all themed around this: you going to jail now.
You going to jail now.
And so I ended up winning first place in that, and it was around that time, because to win that, it was like a voting system, like where you had to tell people to vote and stuff like that.
Oh, really? So, like your own type of audience? Or like, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so it was kind of more of a popularity thing. They voted too in-house over there, the people who's having the contest. But so that also kind of forced me to like continue to like let people know, like, oh, you know, I do music. Because at that time, it's been 5 years, so there's still a lot of people that I'm around that don't even know I do music. You know, because I just been like, I say inactive, I just been not publicly pursuing it, but I've always been doing stuff behind the scenes, even when I'm taking my off time. I'm still mixing and learning, and, you know, I'm still active, but I'm just not like, hey, I'm an artist and I'm making music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're just not promoting.
Yeah. It's not the focus. The focus is like job, take care of the wife, pay the bills. But every chance I got, I'm doing music. Like I've always done that. And but it was around that time when I ended up winning that rap competition where people kept asking me like if I would listen to their stuff and like give them some advice. And then I was like, well, you know, I responded to like a few people, then I just realized I'm kind of repeating the same stuff. And then that's when I got the bright idea, like I should just make a video about it. And then I won't have to like keep explaining everything over and over and over again. I can share this link with them. And then boom, I'm streamlining it. And then I was kind of hesitant because I'm like, well, this is YouTube. Like YouTube has already been out probably for like, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 years, maybe 5 years at this time. It's just like around 2013.
It's like 2000. Oh yeah. Because I think it came out 2007. I think is when YouTube came out. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm in that ballpark, and I was like, man, this is probably. I'm sure there's people who's already like exhausted this topic. You know what I'm saying? By now, like I'm super late to the party, and there was only like a few channels, and I was like, I was like, I felt like I could do a better job explaining it because I do have a music background. And so I have a unique perspective of I don't just rap. Like I was playing a saxophone before I was rapping, and I make beats and I mix and I understand all that other stuff. I understand producing and I understand the whole thing. Like I understand the whole process. So like I have I don't know everything, but I know a lot about a lot, you know? And I know I can share a lot more and kind of help understand, like explain the science behind it and not speak so much in like vague hypotheticals, you know? Like, that's one thing that drove me nuts when I watched that the movie Straight Outta Compton. They had this scene in there where the guy playing Dr. Dre is trying to help Eazy-E because Eazy-E couldn't rap on beat to save his life.
Yeah, I remember that.
And he had this moment But like he's just rapping all off beat. And he was like, this is what Dr. Dre said, man, you just gotta feel it, man. You just gotta feel it. You know what I'm saying? Just feel the beat, man. And then all of a sudden he just had an epiphany moment. Now he's rapping on beat. I'm like, that ain't how it happens.
That is not that's not how it works, bro.
That ain't how it happens. But that's what led to me like making videos on YouTube. And I really thought I would probably do like 4 or 5 videos and that should cover it. Like I really did think like I didn't understand how deep this thing could get. I mean, because I didn't learn from like books, and I wasn't taught theory as it applies to rapping and stuff like that. I learned like everybody else did, just like a lot of trial and error, but not fully understanding like the science behind what's going on, you know? But I had to once people started asking me these very specific questions, and they would be asking me things that I didn't have a problem with, but I used to. And then I would be like, well, what did I do to fix it? Because I changed something. I did something. Like, what is that? Like, how did I? Yeah. And so that led to people asking me to listen to their music and give feedback. And so I started a music review service. And then that led into coaching, because I would do a music review and I would give like this really specific detail on like what I would do, but they still needed help like implementing it. Yeah. And like knowing if they're doing it correctly and stuff like that. And so the one-on-one coaching was a response to that. And so yeah, it really just came about due to like people asking me for feedback and advice and stuff like that. And also too, going back to at the time I'm producing for local artists, and I'm starting to learn more about like internet marketing and stuff like that. And I just realized like, man, the way I'm working with people now, I'm really limited to my local market. Like that's all that I have right here. But there's the internet. Like I can connect with people all over the world. You know what I'm saying? And I can get like I can get better clients and stuff like that. And that can really help me actually do this and have make this like sustainable. Sustainable, yeah. You know what I mean? So that's really a big move there too. Like, so started learning about some marketing stuff, SEO and that type of stuff. And this is still really early on YouTube. So like there was no algorithm at the time. It was like a search engine. Yeah. And your timeline was like the people you actually subscribed to. Like nothing was being offered for you to view. Like you only seen
whatever you subscribe to, that's what you see. Yeah.
Yeah, like there's channels right now, like honestly, the subscribe button really don't even mean much anymore. Yeah. Because it's like there's people like right now, one thing I'm really deep into is like music business podcasts and stuff like that. Like I love like that's if I'm listening to stuff, that's one of the main things, like staying up on like the music business side of things now. And like I'll be listening to these podcasts and I'll go like to look at my feed, I'm like, I can't even find them. Like I got to keep searching for them. You know, or even like on my YouTube channel, like one of the main keywords that bring people to my channel is my name, because people are typing it in because they know what they want to go see. Yeah. They just don't see it on the timeline, you know, so they type it in so they can go to that channel, you know? Gotcha. So like, you know, like, which is it's driven me kind of nuts for a while about YouTube. Cause I'm like, you subscribe to a channel and you want to see that channel's content, but it's not so easy because there's like so much stuff they're suggesting to you. And you have to like dig a little bit to actually get to your subscriptions to actually see that timeline. But that used to be the main timeline. Yeah, that used to mean the main home timeline. Yeah, it's all your like all your channels, like you would on a regular TV, right? Like all the channels that you have. It's like, that's what drives me nuts, man. Because it's like, okay, when I go to your channel and I watch one of your videos, I don't want it to suggest me someone else's video. I want to watch your videos. Yeah. So when I get done watching your video, I want to watch another one of your videos, but it'll be trying to put me on someone else's channel. But I'm like, I'm on this channel. Why are you trying to change channels on me like that? Yeah. You know, like I got this chaotic channel changer thing going on YouTube where it's like, okay, we'll let you watch one thing on this channel, you know, but then we might send you somewhere completely unrelated. Yeah, dude, it's that balance between discovery and like, you know, what you subscribe to, right? And then they've done so many things to that algorithm. Like they just keep changing it all the time, bro. Yeah. You know, and trying to make it, they say they're trying to make it easier for people to win on YouTube, but it's like, it's counterproductive, I think, to a lot of the people that have been on it like yourself for a while, right? Like it. Oh yeah, it's very, it's a very different landscape now because I mean, one is just like just podcast alone. Like I remember when there was like a handful of podcasts. Like Joe Rogan was like one of the really, really early ones.
Yeah.
I think Adam Carolla was on there. I remember Stone Cold Steve Austin was like one of the earlier podcasts.
Yeah.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. He was on there. And like, but now like, just think about just podcast alone. Just that space, how much more competition there is in the marketplace for like podcasts. You know, and that's not even getting into all the other types of content that's being made.
Yeah, bro. But you know what? With the podcasting, what I've seen is that it's like an outlast game, right? And I think YouTube is kind of that way too. It's like you get people that come in, especially on the podcast side, is like you get people that come in, they'll make maybe like a few episodes, right? But they won't stick with it, and they won't like they just won't keep going because they're looking at numbers. They're trying to look at the vanity metrics and trying to see they don't see any listeners or any, you know what I mean? So like it just kind of disenfranchises them, and they're like, all right, cool, I'm done. This is not working for me. And it's just like, bro, like you're on episode 5, man. Like, come on, like you know what I'm saying? Like
this ain't
you
working.
have any, like
bro, you ain't working. What are you talking about?
You ain't work exactly. You ain't working, bro. Like that. Yeah, but I think that's the illusion, right? That a lot of people say, like, you know, people will come to your channel, they'll look at it and be like, man, he has over 100,000 subscribers, not realizing you've been doing it for like 11 years consistently. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they think, oh man, this dude's so successful. And like, you know, look at him. Like he's an overnight. No, he's not an overnight success. He's a success of consistency. Yeah. You know, over a course of years. And a lot of trial and error, right? Like a lot of like trying things out and being like, you know, experimenting and still doing it, bro. Yeah. But that's the game though. Like it doesn't end, you know, and that I think is the beauty of it, is that you're always growing in that and you're always adapting. And the people that think like that, bro, are the ones that win, you know, in the end. Like they're the ones that actually make it and get to that, you know, because they're not going to stop. You know? Like
I think that's why the why is so important. Like, why are you doing it? Because if it's just for like some money, good luck.
It's not enough, man.
It's got to be a little bit deeper than that. Like you really need to have some type of conviction behind it, or real love and passion for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's got to really fulfill you. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you wasn't getting paid for it, it's like, man, I enjoy doing this.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
I always use like Eminem as an example. Like Eminem still dropping music. Why? He don't, not for the money.
You don't need to. Yeah, you don't need to.
He's straight. He is good. Dr. Dre still dropping music, still producing and stuff like that. Snoop Dogg still doing. They're good.
Yeah, they could be good. Cruising. Yeah.
Yeah, they are chilling, man. It's deeper than that, because that's all it was. They wouldn't be doing it most likely, you know.
Yeah.
But
I feel you, man.
The landscape has certainly changed in the sheer amount of content that we have now, like where, like, man, like to the point where it's like this. Like this is still somewhat new to me, like feeling this. Like if you see a piece of content that you think you may like, it's almost like you have to go ahead and engage with it then, just so it's like in your watch history or something like that. I'm talking about YouTube specifically.
Oh yeah.
Or you may never see it again.
You may not see it again. Yeah. Like I usually have to I have like what do they call it? The freaking the playlists. I have like private playlists.
Oh, that's a ton of them.
Bro. Like for like marketing, like sales, you know what I mean? Like music business, like your hip hop stuff, like your rap stuff. Like I got playlists for everything, bro. Cause I'm that type. I'm like, man, if I can't watch it right now, let me just save it to that playlist. I'll come back to it later, you know?
Yeah. You know, like now they say one of the number one thing, like me growing up, one of the things you used to hear people say in school that they wanted to be was like a football player, basketball player, a singer or something like that, you know, a celebrity or something like that, you know. But now like the number one thing is like they want to be a YouTuber. That's like the number one thing that people are saying. And to me, it almost feels like now it's like it's like the digital kind of gold rush. That's how I think about it. Like when you hear about the gold rush, like, oh, they got gold. Now everybody's finding out about it. Like, oh, I'm going to go try to get my nugget. You know what I'm saying? Let me go try to get something. And then everybody rushes in. And then eventually it's like, where's all the nuggets at? You know, like I'll give you an example. Like I love like travel channel stuff.
Like travel vlog stuff?
Yeah, like people who go different places and like show you different parts of the world or even different parts of the United States that you normally wouldn't know about. And so that's new. It's like a discovery thing. Like, oh, this is new, you know. But after a while, it's like it's not going to be new anymore. Like when, 20, 30 other people go to that same place and they're like, oh, that was successful for him. He made a lot of views off of that. So I know he got paid. Let me go do one, you know? And then it's like, after a while, it's like, I didn't seen that. I didn't seen that. And, you know, like, you kind of
it's like oversaturated with the same. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see like where it all goes. Like, that's what I'm always trying to think of is like, what's the evolution of this? Like, where does it all go? Because this is new. Like, everybody can create content, you know?
Yeah, bro.
And people can make money off of it. Like, people can make money off their own content. And so, like, you know, like here's an example. There's one thing that YouTube suggested to me recently. It's boring history to help you fall asleep. Right? So it's this guy like this really relaxing, soothing kind of UK accent.
Okay.
And he got his thumbnails going and stuff like that. And it really does, like, it helps me go to sleep because I'm always thinking, I'm creative, I'm always problem solving. And
hard to turn off the brain.
Yeah. So like, if I just hear somebody talking, it takes me off my own thoughts and I'll go quick. Just like that. And so anyways, there's another channel doing the same thing this guy's doing. It's so random and very ultra specific to the point where he's even doing his thumbnails exactly like this guy.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And his channel is like way fewer viewers, but it's what I'm talking about. Like, people just trying to go after that money, just trying to go after like, oh, okay, it worked for him. Let me do it. And let me get some of that, you know? But yeah, I don't know. But I think the outlasting thing is very important. Like, if you really love what you're doing, I think that also comes through, you know what I'm saying? And what you're doing.
It does.
It hits different, as they say.
Yeah, it does, bro. And I think you can feel the genuineness of the individual too. You know what I mean? Like when I was looking at your stuff, because I came across your stuff just this year, honestly. It was like the start of this year. And you've been around for a while, right?
Yeah.
You know, and I just discovered you, bro. Like, it's crazy. You know, and who I had discovered before you was a dude, and you probably know him or know of him, Drew. I think his name is Drew Morrissey or something. Yeah, more.
He was like one of the first channels.
He was, yeah. And I remember him at the start. He was on camera, and he was like showing you. And I see some of his newer stuff now. He's like a faceless YouTube channel now. He just puts like B-roll as he's talking, and I can't stick with it because it's like, dude, you got all these things just flashing, like this B-roll of like, you know, Dre and all this stuff. And I'm like, dude, I don't care about it. Just teach me how to rap, bro. Like, you know, teach me what you, like, I came here to learn how to rap, like teach, you know, and then yours is just like, it's you in front of a camera. You're not doing all this crazy B-roll, like flashy stuff. You put up like the little like beat segments and you break that stuff down, right? But it's intentional for that. Like you're teaching something, you know what I'm saying? Like it's instructional. So it's just different, bro. And your content to me is better quality because of that personal touch, because you're on there, you're on the camera, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I think a lot of that with AI and all that stuff, you know, like a lot of that stuff is going away now.
That's another,
bro. That's a whole with Timberland, bro. And that whole thing. I was just like one of the music business podcasts I listened to was talking about it last night. And I still haven't dug that deep into it, but they say he's crashing out hard with AI and like using like straight up stealing from producers and stuff like that, and like using their stuff and profiting off of it basically. That was the thing that was like it was like a light switch moment for me, because I've been using AI for like Chat GPT, things for like marketing and stuff like that, right? But when I heard that like Suno and like that company that does like, you know, where you just put a prompt and it creates a rap song for you and all that stuff. How it was actually accessing the, like literally going out and grabbing producer music, like songs, samples, like everything from everywhere without getting any royalties off of that or without paying for any of that licensing or anything, and just feeding this machine, bro, like this machine learning thing. And all of a sudden it can create these bangers, right? Just by prompting it. But where's it get? Like the source has always been human. The source has always been, you know, so it's a big deal, bro. Like for them to like, there's like lawsuits and all this stuff going on right now. So I'm kind of anxiously waiting, like, well, how's this gonna go? Because we have to win on the artist and production side. Cause dude, that's art. Yeah. Like
for sure.
You know? Yeah, man. Like they had
an issue with, I don't know if it's Suno or not. It might be, but this will show you how bad it is. They
Mm.
had a part on their website where they're teaching you how to remove producer tags that's in your AI generated beat.
Oh, snaps.
So what's that
Okay.
tell you? Like,
Yeah, bro, that's dirty.
so
Yeah.
that's one of the guys I follow for like the music business stuff is this guy named DJ Payne One,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
he references a specific song, but he's like, there's a actual beat this one guy produced from AI that literally it's just a replica of an actual legitimate beat a producer made, and it still has his tag in it, and that's what it spit
Wow.
out of the AI model.
Jeez. So it didn't even try to like do a hybrid create. It just literally grabbed that dude's
Yeah,
beat and just spit it out.
yeah, it got his
That's
tag
nuts,
in it and
bro.
everything.
Yeah.
That's
Dude, that's
wild.
that's messed up, bro.
Yeah,
That's messed up. Cause I mean, you look at the music industry and like all the, especially with streaming, right? And how everything changed with that. And like, you're not selling hard copy CDs anymore because ain't nobody even have a CD player in their computer anymore, like,
yeah,
or in their car or anything. It's like, it's all streaming. And
yeah.
then how
Downloading
low
even is obsolete.
downloading.
Like, why are you downloading it? Just stream it.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. It's such a different landscape. So, and how artists and producers and songwriters, like how everybody's kind of getting the low end of the stick. Like they ain't getting money off of it. Like you got to do so many other things to like really get your music out there and get heard. And like, it's a trip, man. I'm barely learning this stuff is coming back into this music game. And bro, like I relate to your story a lot, man. I appreciate you sharing that because it just kind of puts context around like a lot of the mission and vision just behind everything you're doing, bro. And yeah, I started rapping when I was like 13, 13 going on 14 or so. And I remember we were finishing up. This was when I started going to church, man. Like my cousin invited me to church,
Yeah,
and I was like, yeah, all right, church. Like, oh, there's some pretty church girls up in here. Like that was like my big motivator for going to church every
I
Sunday.
want to have Bible study with you.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah. Let's read James. Let's read some Songs of Solomon, right? Like
You ever heard that? You
yeah.
ever heard that Christian song remake they did called "Baby Got Books"?
Nah, bro, I haven't heard
When
that.
you get a
Yeah.
chance in your
Yeah.
off time, go check that. They did a
Yeah.
Sir Mix-a-Lot remix called "Baby
Oh
Got
my
Books."
gosh.
She got it
I
going on. Got me want to read the book of John. I want to get.
Yes.
He said, I want to get with you and read some scriptures. He said, "Cause that book you got,
funny,
it
bro.
makes me so holy."
Wow. Dude, okay, yeah, I gotta hear that.
In that church game.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. So I'm there, man. And I remember we're getting done with like a youth service and one of my boys, he's like, hey man, I'm gonna go check out this underground Christian hip hop concert down in LA. I'm living in LA at the time. And I'm like, what? Underground Christian hip hop like what is that?
What-
Yeah, but hey man, I'll tag along. I got $10 on me for the entrance fee. Let's roll, So I tagged along with him, dude, and that night like completely changed my life with that, bro. Cause I
That's
saw and I'm not sure if you're familiar with a lot of the like the Christian hip hop groups from back in the day, but there was like dudes like the Tunnel Rats. I don't know if you know
Yeah,
who those
yeah.
are. Tunnel Rats,
Yep.
Ill Harmonics, Red Cloud, Pigeon John,
Yeah.
the
Cross
Percussions, Cross Movement. Nah, that
little
was
bit later?
So yeah, Cross Movement and like Lecrae and like a lot of these other guys came. So there was kind of like an underground Christian scene where it was more like very East Coast, like Nas, Most Def inspired, right? Very lyrical, more thought provoking, and then there was like the more commercial sound like Cross Movement and stuff like that, right? And I was more kind of gravitated more to the underground style. Dude, and coming off of that, I got to see like my first rap battles at that concert. So I was like, man, this is dope. Like, this is awesome. And I went home and I remember having like it was like a reggaeton CD, bro, from this dude named Big Boy at the time. And he had a 2-minute instrumental in between his tracks on that album, right?
I think I see where this is going. It's like, I
Yeah.
got me a beat.
and that got me a beat, bro. That was the first beat that I put lyrics to. And I remember, my cousin coming over and I'm like, dude, I wrote this thing. can I rap it for you? He's like, rap? Like, I didn't even know you. Like, I didn't even know I rap, bro. Like, let me
When
just
did this
do
happen?
this for you. Yeah. And I spit it for him, and he's like, yo, that was actually pretty good. Let me go get my girl. He got his girlfriend, brought her in the room, and I had to spit it again for her. She's like, well, that's pretty good. Like,
Now you
ready to
got an
put somebody on
audience.
pressure. And I got an audience, bro. And little by little, man, I remember going to church and I would take people over to the car, like my mom's car, like, yo, and put a beat on it. Let me show you what I wrote, you know?
Yeah.
And that's how it started. And then word got out to some of the other like churches that we kind of congregated with, where we did like camp events and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And they found out that I was rapping. They found out my boy was rapping too, because I got him into it. And we ended up joining this group. We formed this group called Methodical Elements. And it was a Christian hip hop group. And we rolled for like 10 years, bro. Just
Wow.
like performing all over Southern Cali, and like, dude, like every weekend we had a show. You know, it was dope. Like all these youth events and venues and all that. Didn't get paid much for them at all.
Right.
Yeah. But it was like definitely got a lot of the reps on stage and just, you know, doing a lot of that, man. And lo and behold, I'm turning 23. I'm also of the same mindset. I meet a girl, we get married pretty young.
Yeah.
And then, you know, shortly after that, like a couple of us get married, the group splits up. At one point we were like 9 deep, and we had a full band behind us, bro.
That's
Like it was like the
crazy
Roots type.
achievement to like be together that long, just like 2 or 3 people to stick together.
Yeah, dude, it was big, man. It ended up being like 3 of us, the 3 MCs at the end, but we started off with like 9, and like little by little people kind of trickled off, you know. But it was cool to roll for that long and do that. But yeah, we got married, bro. The group split up. We only recorded one like 7-track EP. And we leased the beats, so we only could print out 1,000 copies, and that was it.
Yeah, legally. Yeah.
Legally, yeah. And one of the dudes that was in the group, he kind of went off the rails, man, and he booked it with like 700 of the copies. So we never got those back. Never knew what happened. You know, I kept like 100. I had a box of 100, and little by little, that's been trickling as I give them to like friends and stuff like that. You know, but that's like my last remnant of that time. So I get married, man. We go through a pretty hefty trial in our second year of marriage. Like we almost end in divorce. Come back from a hard time, and you know, a lot of it on me, really, like just getting married young and not really realizing the responsibility of what it means to be the leader of your household, you know, as it stands with God and all that, and what it means to be a leader, right, versus a boss, or versus this tyrannical, like, hey, my wife needs to submit to me type of, you know, it's different, right?
Man.
I'm the man of that. Yeah, bro. And so I had a lot of learning for me to do during that time, and thankfully I grew out of that. We saved our marriage. Had my mentor really help us out at that time as well. I call him Pops, and he really helped us save our marriage, man. And so we came back from all of that, and now we've been married 14 plus years. We got 3 kids, you
That's
know,
awesome.
and it's thank you, man. And you know, more in love than ever before, man. But it's been a lot of that trial. So for a long time, I really became kind of what you were saying, like the corporate guy, the business guy, you know, I jumped into entrepreneurship, started my side business, started this thing called Alpha Dad Consulting, which is essentially like a men's coaching business, which was as a result of what I went through in my marriage and, you know, everything we went through. I kind of felt compelled to like, yo, man, I want to help other men not have to make the same mistakes I did.
Yeah.
So that was where my passion fell into, man, and I'm still doing that. But dude, as I had kids, I started seeing the musical bug in them, you know?
Oh yeah, we talked about this on Instagram a little bit.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I started seeing that musical bug in them, and I'm like, yo, I feel like I'm depriving them of that part of my life. So that's what kind of started me back on that, like, you know, hey, I want to try this thing, you know, and actually get back into making music, and started connecting. And that's really kind of why I wanted to connect with you, bro. It's just connecting with all these different artists like yourself and mixing engineers and all these people, man. I've been getting a chance to meet a lot of different people just throughout these past 6 months or so that I've been just diving in. And I've always been that way, where I'm like, man, if I'm gonna go all in, like I'm gonna go all in, and I'm I'm gonna do my best to try to find good people, like good men, good people that
Hmm.
are, are like that are men of integrity. You know what I'm saying? Like that
Yeah,
are
for
not
sure.
coming in trying to play you, trying to and that's something I saw straight from you, bro. Like just watching your videos, I was like, man, this dude is different. He's just different. Like, you feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's different. We'll get back to the show in just a moment, but first, I've got a hard question for you. If I asked your wife who the leader of your home is, would she say your name without hesitation? Or would she pause and say it with doubt? Years ago, I had to face that same question and I didn't like the answer. My wife and I were one court trip away from a divorce. I was distant, checked out, and only pursued her when I wanted something. And when she pulled away, I pulled back even more. It was a cycle I didn't know how to break until my mentor, Pops, stepped in. He helped me rebuild everything from the ground up. Today, my wife and I have been married for over 14 years. We've got 3 kids and another one on the way. And I can honestly say our love and our connection and our intimacy are stronger than ever. This didn't happen by accident, though. It happened because I followed a proven framework. It's something I call the Family Leader Blueprint. It's a 12-week experience where I personally guide married dads just like you to go from passive, overwhelmed, and rejected to respected, desired, and confidently leading their families. I only work with a select number of men at a time and enrollment is limited. If you want to be the respected and desired family leader your wife and kids want to follow, then go to alphadadconsulting.com/waitlist and drop your name and email. I've also dropped it in the description of the show notes below. Again, that's alphadadconsulting.com/waitlist. And now let's get back to the show.
The community
Yeah.
aspect is something I've been really. That's been something that's on my mind for years.
Mm.
Years. Like I've played around with the idea a lot. Like even people's been on me for years. But man, you need to get you what is it?
A community product or
Yeah,
like
what's the other popular platform where they have a lot of groups? It's not Reddit.
circle? Oh,
Discord.
a Discord. A
Yeah,
Discord. Yeah.
Coleman, you
Yeah.
gotta get a
You
Discord.
need to get
Man, that stuff
Discord.
be popping, you
Yeah.
know. And and I've been around. I've been a part of a few communities, like other people
Mm.
doing communities. Like I've been in part of like mixing communities, producer communities, things of that nature. And so I just haven't pulled the trigger on it yet, just because of the
Mm.
commitment aspect of it. Where I was like, I don't want to
Yeah.
overextend myself, but
Of
like
course.
what I already have going on now. And so that's the only reason I have it, because I'm like, I'm an all or none type of person too. So like, if I'm gonna do it, I'm
Yeah.
gonna freaking do it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I
Yeah.
used
For
to
sure.
I used to host this thing called Freestyle Friday. So I had like my own Facebook group, and we would
Oh,
all
really?
like link up every Friday, and I'd pick a beat like the week leading up to that Friday, and
Mm.
everybody would like just come up with something. Some people would just freestyle off the top, or somebody would write something for that week over that beat, and we'd all
Okay.
like just upload our stuff like in that chat, and we'll like give feedback and stuff like that.
Oh, that's dope.
You know,
Yeah.
and so like if I ever did it, I'd want to bring something like that too.
Dude, that would be dope. Yeah.
Another thing I'm looking at too is, I was looking at it today actually. BandLab has a community inside of it, and
Oh, does it really?
BandLab
Okay. Yeah.
in BandLab you can actually record songs right there. So that's actually
Oh, wow.
a social
Okay.
media element inside of BandLab. And I was thinking about it today. I was like, man,
Mm.
I can upload videos right here.
Mm.
And like,
Yeah.
this is a huge community of rappers right here. And I was like, again, my mind's always thinking of like creative ideas and stuff like that. And then, but I had to also check myself, because I'm very ambitious. I'm a little too ambitious. And then I end up like overexerting myself. And so right now, like the community thing is like something it's been on my mind, but I haven't made that jump yet, just because actually what I was telling you about now, like now I'm kind of pivoting to where I'm devoting more of my time into like doing my own
To your own
and
music.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have equity built up in my business at this point, to where I have, clientele
Some
that I built
leniency.
over the years. So I'm
Yeah.
pretty solid as far as that goes. And
That's
I have
dope, bro.
11 years worth of content that I've already produced on YouTube.
Yeah.
So it's like,
So
I've
it's just
covered.
you're getting the ad revenue for that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I mean, just the SEO, I've got stuff performing pretty well, and
Nice.
and I enjoy making the content, but like I've had to pull back a little bit recently, just because like the graphic stuff you was talking about, where I got my graphics and
Dude,
stuff like that.
that's got to take you a little while to do, bro. Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking
Yeah.
about 20 plus hours,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
more, and Yeah, it's
Yo,
a lot of
are
work.
those like are they screenshots of like a
Those are
like
graphics. Like that's homemade.
oh, it's like actual graphics, yeah.
Those are
But when
images.
you do, so
Yeah.
they're images, and when you do the beat change, like it's just
That's
another
all.
image.
That's all edits.
It's just oh damn, bro, that's crazy.
I'm
That's
crazy.
crazy, bro.
I'm ambitious.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro,
Yeah, that's a
that'd
lot
be
of work.
awesome
for
if I
sure.
could like show it in this way
Yeah.
that no one's seen it before.
I'm all thinking like you using some kind of like
Software.
third party software or something like that. I'm like, what software is he using to do this? This is dope.
I get that probably 5 times a week. Hey man, like what
bet.
software are you using to do
yeah,
that? I'm like,
yeah.
bro, I wish it was software. And that's another thing. Me,
Yeah.
ambitious. That's another thing where I'm like I'm tempted to dip my toe into that. Well, let me create software and like
For this,
get
yeah.
into the AI technology, and then like have some stuff that has my knowledge into it, and it can coach you and give you instant feedback on your stuff, like live. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so there's that aspect of it too. But right now where I'm at, I'm like just maintaining what I currently have, and I'm like just dedicating more time to like just making my own music and putting it out
Making your
there.
music.
You know?
That's dope, bro.
So
Yeah.
that's where I'm at right now. Like I feel like it's kind of similar to what I was telling you about with my job, where I could feel a transition happening.
Yeah.
But, like, I've
It's
been
almost
doing
like
it
at
for
that
so long.
6-7 year mark too, right? So it's like
It was
it's
about
kind of
6 years.
interesting.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting that yeah.
And the music, I was an artist first before I started teaching it. But I've always been a teacher at heart. Like I've always tried to. I've always been a giver. I love sharing with people, and I love learning, and I've always tried to share what I had. And yeah, I feel like pretty content with what I've done, like on YouTube and for the topic of rapping and stuff like that. And I don't want to just keep making videos just to like try to get my a number up or you know, whatever. Like I feel like I've done a pretty good job like teaching it, and the whole goal was to help people, you know, and
course,
for it to be something where like anybody could learn. I don't care if you come from money or you're someone who don't have a dime and you're like in India or Africa or just wherever, just growing up and you don't have any money and you can just learn and you don't have to pay anything. There's no strings attached. There's no baiting you into like buying something. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all there, you know, for you to consume and for you to get better. Like as I always say, be a better rapper now. Like not be a better rapper if you give me your money or be a better rapper maybe one day somehow. Like, no, like you can apply this. I'm teaching you right now. If you can apply this, this can help you out, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at now, where it's like this song I'm dropping tomorrow. This is new to me. Like I've been making music my whole life, but like putting it out there and like actually releasing it and like giving myself permission to like create my own songs and to promote them and stuff like that. Like that's new to me. And so
That's
like
crazy,
I'm using
right?
all these skills that I have that I've been helping with everyone else, and I'm actually using them for myself again.
Yeah.
Finally, you know?
Yeah.
And it's wild. Like I'm about to be 40 years old next month in July. And I'm just now starting to like really officially start releasing my own music after taking that 5 years off, coming back, getting into producing and helping educate other artists. And now it's like I'm after all that time, it's like I'm finally like coming back out as an artist again.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you think dude, it's funny because I'm thinking about, I'm 38. So I'm like right behind you, you know, and starting that. And I'm wondering if, you know, thinking about God's timing, right? And how like he has this divine timing in your life when things kind of snap. And I feel like if I would have started this 5 years ago, I wouldn't have had enough to say. Like I there's stuff that has happened. And I'm not talking just politically, globally, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like just with me and my own personal growth. Yeah, bro. Like, and now I feel like, man, I got some stuff that I really gotta say. Yeah.
That's what I meant when I said, bro, I got a lot of songs in me. I mean, I got a lot of life in me.
Yeah.
You know, I got a lot of, I've got a lot of good. I got a lot of pain, hurt.
Yeah.
I got some stuff to talk about, bro. I got some, and them songs write themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like when you done been through some things, the good, the bad, all of that. Like I'm so glad. It's like I'm so glad I didn't get a tattoo really young. You know what I'm saying? Because like I would have thought I was so deep. You know, like, man, I got this crazy idea, man. I'm gonna get this tattoo. And then I'm gonna get older. I'm like, man, what the hell was I thinking? Like, that ain't deep at all. Like, that's so corny, bro. Like, and you got a whole mural on your back of it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad. I'm seasoned. You know, I'm rooted.
Yeah, very much
I'm
so.
grounded. I know who I am. Nobody can come to me and persuade me to do something I don't really, that's outside of my purpose and outside of my calling and my true desire. And, you know, and I'm fortunate to, like, the main goal since I was a kid was, like, I remember one time I may have shared this in our group. I can't remember, but I share this often. But I remember one time I was talking to my mom and as a kid, and I'm like, I was asking her how come people like work jobs they hate. Like, why do they spend all day doing a job they hate? And she was breaking down bills to me and mortgages and all that stuff. And I was like, okay, I understand that. I said, but man, when I get older, I'm just going to play all day. That's what I want to do. I just want to play all day. And,
how'd she take that?
She probably laughed like, okay. But you know, what I meant was I don't want to be happy. I mean, I don't want to be sad all day. I want to be happy all day. I want to do what makes me happy. I don't want to. I don't want to be like these people I see mad all day. Like, why don't you do something you don't enjoy? Like, as a kid, I just didn't understand that.
Doesn't make sense. Yeah.
And so, like, just being able to do what I've been doing for the last 8 or 9 years, like full time or whatever, like, such a huge blessing. Like, just to be able to, like, I can't tell you how many hours I spent in this chair right here, like working on music, producing, writing songs, coaching people and stuff like that. And to have and that whole time, I'm also as an artist getting better because I'm just making music all the time. Like it's like I'm being paid to practice, you know? So like I'm just always getting better, always getting better. And so like now going through all that, I've written hundreds of songs with my students over the years. And so I'm really excited about like putting my own stuff out there now. You know, like it's been a long time coming, and I feel really good about it. Like I'm expecting some pretty dope stuff to happen, and we'll see where it goes. But yeah, I got a new song dropping tomorrow, and
what's it called?
It's called Riding Round. Is what it's
Riding
called.
Round.
Riding
Okay.
Round.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Gotcha.
the concept
check
is me kind of thinking about my earlier years working the 9 to 5, on my way to work, broke, but I got these dreams. I'm struggling, but I'm so like excited. You know, like I'm looking forward to what the future holds. I'm looking forward to like what I'm working on, and I'm on my way to this dead end job, you know, broke, but I'm like, but it's for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but I got this microphone I'm saving up for. I got the studio equipment I'm about to have enough money to be able to buy here in a little bit. My songs are gonna sound better. Like I'm invested in myself. And so it's just basically talking about it's really a tune for the person out there trying to chase a dream. It's for a person who's out there trying to make something happen, and it's like a positive song for it's a positive song to get out there and get after whatever you're trying to work towards.
Trying to
basically.
go, I love it, man. That's dope. But
yeah.
kind of describing sort of that battle in your mind, right? Of what's happening between like what you're actually experiencing versus what you want to go for, what the dream that you aspire to achieve and all that. Because that battle's deep, man.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, it is, man.
That battle's
deep.
It
is. You'll be tested like crazy. You know?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yeah, man. Your faith will be tested. Your belief in yourself will be tested. You know, and you're constantly learning. You're constantly being challenged. And but man, again, like to have the freedom to like do something you really love, it's all worth it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'll easily work. There'll be many times where I'll be up in here like from like 9 in the morning to like 10, 11 at night, and I have to get myself to stop. Because I'm like, I'm still wanting to go. But I'm like, that's not normal. You know, that's just like one of my longer days. But I love what I do. You know, I love this, bro. Like I love this stuff, man.
Yeah.
And
Oh, you can tell, man. You could tell.
yeah,
It doesn't come off as fake. I'll tell you that much right now. It
yeah,
doesn't. Like it is very genuine, bro. And that's contagious too. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
that's what makes people want to be around you and be around that energy that you bring around this
yeah,
beautiful art, man. Because it really is. You know, it's got. For lack of a better term, it's gotten a bad rap, you know, like, like it really has. But you know, there's so much beauty in it, man. And I came up in that time during, like, especially being in the Christian church and all that stuff and doing Christian hip hop, where it wasn't widely accepted. And it
yeah.
was very much us getting kicked out of churches because, like, who the heck are these rappers guys? Like, what, you sound just like the stuff outside there, like, you know, but it's like, no, yo, we bring in a positive message. It's different, you know? And
Yeah.
so yeah, man, it's an interesting thing, bro. Last thought, I want to get you, if you're cool with
Oh,
this.
yeah.
I want to, because I know we went over time, bro, and I want to be respectful of your time. But I wanted to ask you, since we're both men of faith, right?
Hmm.
Like
The cursing, you had a
Christian,
question about cursing or something?
no, the Christian rap label. Right, the Christian rapper label, because this is what I go back to a lot. This is something I've been thinking about as I've been releasing music right now. Is I see like the scrutiny that label puts on a person. Like as soon as a rapper, like Christian rapper, right, Christian artist, whatever it is,
Yeah.
all of a sudden you're either too Christian for the secular world, or you're not Christian enough for the Christian world. You know what I'm saying? And you're kind of put under this microscope of like, yo, you better not slip up and say, you know, ass or something like that. Because
you were
I thought you were a Christian. Bro, exactly. And that's why, like, the way that I'm approaching it, you know, is like, I don't want the label. I'm like, man, if we're looking at Lucifer, and I'm not saying that like I don't want to be a Christian, like, no, of course, like that, you know.
Yeah.
But if we're looking at like Lucifer and how he was like the music guy, right? Like he was the one that brought music and he was in charge of the music in heaven and all this stuff. And you look at the labels, like nobody calls regular music secular music except for the Christian world. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why can't it just be music? Why can't it just be a hip hop song? And then you listen to the message, you listen to what you're talking about, and then you get that out of it. You're like, oh, okay, cool. Like Cole's talking about like my dreams and my aspirations with this Riding Round song. Like, oh, dude, this is dope. Yeah. Like, you know, so dude, so that's my perspective and my mentality. I just wanted to see what your thoughts were on that, man. As you're diving into becoming this artist and releasing music. Yeah. I just want to see what you're thinking about that.
So I dropped you a link in the chat to something I want you to check out. Yeah, I don't know if it'll pick up on the recording or not. Okay. Maybe if you share your screen and like share the sound as you play it, it might.
Oh yeah. Okay, let me.
But this is a verse I did. You know that Freestyle Friday thing I was telling you about?
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
This is just a quick verse. I want you to hear this, and I'm gonna respond. This is gonna partly respond to your question right here.
Okay, cool. Let me just copy the link, pull it up here.
This is another thing I'm really excited about, actually turning this into a song. There's so many songs I want to. I'm so ready.
You're excited, right? This is dope, bro.
I had to contain myself. I got so much stuff I want to make.
All right, let's see. Share sound. Let me see. Tell me if you can hear it.
Okay.
On your side.
Yeah, I hear it.
Okay, cool.
Yo, what's happening? Cole Mize, Freestyle Friday, 5/26, 2017. Alicia Keys, Fallen. Let's get it. Yo, life is but a symphony constructed of us. See, we're just the instruments conducted by the God above us who resides in us, beloved. Lovers harmony with one another, but we're divided, or so it seems. What if I don't want to pick a team according to what the media is feeding us? It's black and white, I guess I'm caught up in between, cause I'm mixed with Cherokee, but never found a tribe. Never found a box that I fit inside. No labels been able to describe me, accurately to identify me. Maybe that's the way it's supposed to be, cause I believe that Martin Luther King had a dream and gave a speech that would teach us not to judge someone by their shoes on their feet. color of their skin, car they driving in, what they believe in, vegetarians. How many Benjamins can they fit up in a pic on their Instagram through the HoloLens? But by the contents of the character, whether you a priest or a prisoner, living in a mansion with cabanas, homeless in Atlanta, sleeping on the curb, neither one defines who you really are. We have more in common than we do apart. We were once children playing in the park, hanging out and chilling on the monkey bars, eating candy bars after dark on the hood of parked cars, counting stars. We're all a symphony, and if you want to be in harmony, you gotta play it from the heart.
Bro, that is dope, bro.
Thank you, man.
That's good.
That's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite verses. But that's that.
Yeah, I
Like,
can see
so,
why.
I've
Yeah,
never.
it speaks. Yeah, it's dope.
I've never really felt like I fit in. You know, and it's just like you was trying to describe. It's like you labels. I've come to really labels to me is a lazy way to try to understand somebody.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm talking about in that song. Like, I don't care what label you throw on something, whether you're a preacher or you're a homeless person, sleeping on the curb, neither one defines who you really are. I'm saying the character is what defines who you really are, not the label that you wear. It's who you are. Like, there's demons in pulpits and there's saints in prison. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people who made bad decisions and they're having to serve a life sentence, but they're actually really good people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And vice versa. You know about all the stuff that be happening in churches and cults and, all that. Any time where there's man in power of anything, it has the potential to go really bad.
Yes, sir.
If it's the wrong person there. And so I do not like labels. Even like, even as a rapper, I don't even consider myself a rapper. Like, I'm an artist. Rapping is one of the mediums I use to express myself, but I also sing. I also do melodies. I can also do spoken word. You know what I'm saying? Like, shoot, I might want to get on my Bob Ross one day and do a painting or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all expressing myself. It's all creativity and stuff like that. And so, yeah, I've already gone through this whole struggle with the labels, the whole Christian label. I'm not a Christian rapper. Like, I'm a rapper who speaks, or an artist that speaks about the human condition. That's the type of music I make. I make real music. I make music it's not supposed to fit in like one little small box. Like, I just make music. I want to make music who expresses who I authentically am. You know what I'm saying? And once you put that label on it, now everyone has a different expectation of what that means. And like, I'm also an entertainer. So like, every song doesn't have to be serious. I can be funny, I can be silly. I can also write songs that have nothing to do with me, and I'm writing about other people, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I can...
Yeah, or like in the perspective of another person type of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't want to limit myself creatively to where it's like I'm always speaking to this one group of people. You know what I'm saying? And so, and that's how I want my music to reflect like how I live my life. And like another thing, like when I was in high school, I had such an eclectic group of friends where I could never get them together. They were so different. Like, different. Like, there's no way they were coming together. Like, I had the dudes, you know what I'm saying, some goth people, some rednecks, some people in the hood, some wealthy people in the golf cart, you know what I'm saying, in the neighborhood type of situation, and trailer park, like I had little like people I connected with from all over, and that's really the type of person I am. And so like as I always tell all my students, man, I say, just make the music you want to hear. Don't make the music you think they want to hear. Make the music that you want to hear, the one that gives you that stink face, like, ooh, like that's the move. That's the move. And so yeah, I've gone through that, and that's another reason why I'm glad I didn't. That's another reason why I'm glad I didn't release a lot of music early on, because I definitely would have had that label, and I would have been trying to fit that mold. And then I would have been called a hypocrite, and I would have been going through like stuff Lecrae's been going through. He's really the front runner for all of that. He
really is, man. Yeah.
And if he just never had the label to begin with, like, no one probably would have made an issue.
There would have been a big stink about it. Yeah, like for sure.
Because on the flip side, if it's a secular artist that has like a few songs that are like got a spiritual element to it, like Christians would get behind that. Like, man, he believes in God. Like,
I mean, look at what Kanye did with that Jesus Walks, right? Like, yeah, he had that, and nobody batting an eye on that. Like, you know, they didn't look at all the other records where he's talking trash and
Yeah.
and doing his thing, right? But yeah, all of a sudden, like he was accepted by the Christian community during that particular song or that particular.
Yeah.
So yeah, dude, it's I relate to them. I appreciate you sharing that with me because that is dope. Definitely want to hear that full song. That's gonna be dope.
Man.
Yeah.
Got to.
But no, I appreciate your perspective on that because that's like, you know, when you said that I'm a rapper that raps about the human condition, right? Or you're
Yeah.
an artist that raps about the human condition.
Just like having a
I
conversation with you. I'm just speaking from my
resonate with
own
that.
experience. This is genuinely who I am. You know, I'm not sitting here like wearing a robe or like doing religious
Yeah.
stuff to like signify to you like, hey, I really do believe in God. Like
Yeah,
my
exactly.
actions, the way I carry myself, the way I treat my
Should
wife,
express
the way
that. Yep.
all that should be, that's all that
Yep.
matters.
Yeah.
You know,
That's literally it, bro.
and if you really break down like the essence of like what this is all supposed to be about, like when I was asking Jesus, like out of all the commandments, like what's the most important one? You know, and we'll talk about a rapper. Jesus had some bars, bro. Let's just put that out there. That dude has some one-liners that like
Yep.
just shut you down.
The parables, bro, like you just he ain't playing, bro.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
man, like some rappers they'll be rapping a whole verse and ain't said nothing. That dude dropped like one line to shut everybody up. Like,
Yep. Ask one question and you're okay.
gotta think about that one for a little bit.
Yeah,
He just cut
exactly.
me all the way up. Like, dang.
Yep.
But he was talking about how love God with all your heart, your might, and your soul, and love your neighbors. You love yourself, and that's what that song is talking about. It's saying we're all a symphony, like we're all supposed to be in harmony with each other. That's what love is us being in harmony, and that's what makes such a beautiful sound. Is harmony, and when there's dissonance, that doesn't sound so good. And it's basically talking about you playing your life. Like your instrument, which is like I'm saying, we're all instruments. And I'm like, be that instrument, like play that instrument from your heart. Like be love, you know what I'm saying? Like be love and share that love with the world and make a beautiful sound, you know, and in a blend and be in harmony with people. And yeah, but it's also identifying that, you know, the whole sides things. Like I don't identify with a side or like I had somebody ask me leading up to the election about want me to help them out with this like political rap. And they were asking me like, you know, what party I was. I was like, I'm an individual. Like that's who I am. Like you can try to label me blue, red, whatever. Like I'm not those things. Like I'm an individual, you know. So I'm a treat individuals, and I'm gonna judge individuals on the individual basis. You know, like on who they are and what they're about and what they've done and policies and stuff like that. I'm not just co-signing somebody because they got a label.
Not blind. Yeah, exactly.
Labels don't mean nothing. Like early on, bro, when I got into the whole Christian rap world, I got burnt quite a few times. And I'm thinking, man, these are Christian rappers. They would never do anything wrong. One of them, bro. I came home from vacation one year when I was still living at the house with my parents and everything, and I had some stuff missing out of my room, and I confronted my brother about it. And he's like, "Man, no one's been here." I'm like, "So you telling me you stole it?" He's like, "The only people who's been here," and then he names this Christian rap group that was over there recording in his studio. And he's like, "But they're a Christian rap group. They wouldn't steal anything. They wouldn't steal nothing." I'm like, okay, and this particular group I've had multiple bad encounters like with shady stuff happening. And that's just scratching the surface. I had one dude try to holler at my wife he was hitting me up to try to put him on some mixtape. Wow. And my wife at the time was trying to start up this magazine, and I was telling him about it. This is before we were married. We're like, we're friends at this point.
Dating or just, okay, gotcha.
This is a married man. I met him at a Christian rap event.
Wow.
One of these gospel rap explosions. And and he's hitting her up, trying to holler at her, and this is a married man. Jeez, and so I learned early on, like, man, labels don't mean nothing.
They don't mean nothing. Yeah.
Nothing, man. Show me who you are. And that takes time.
It does.
You can't just say you know someone and you ain't spent no time with them. You know? So yeah, the labels, I'm out like, that's why I love what Martin Luther King, that's why I put it in that verse.
Yeah.
Like,
Content of the character, man.
Contents of the character. It don't matter
That's it.
what color you are. It don't matter how much money you got. It don't matter what religious label you want to put on yourself. Like, who are you?
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
And how you treat people and how you live your life will show who you really are.
Yeah.
You know?
Nah,
And
dude, I love that, man.
that's all
I
that
love that.
matters. You know, fruit, man. You judge a tree by the fruit it bears.
Yeah,
Not by
bro.
what it tells you it is.
Yeah. I had dude, I had a lot of similar experiences growing up in that, like performing with a lot of different groups throughout those years and going to different churches, different denominations, different
Yeah.
churches, and seeing all the craziness that would go behind the scenes. I would see, bro, it was a lot, man. Like still to this day, man, that stuff has worn on me. Has worn on me. Like it's still cemented in my head to the point where like I'm very hesitant when I go to a church.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like sometimes, yeah, like
Yeah,
you know,
I've
like
been through some stuff,
leave
man.
yeah, like leaving my kids and like their little, you know, like their little like, oh, like drop out the kids here during the summer. Like, nah, they coming with me, bro. Like, I don't know you guys. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like you know, like you may say this is the kids class or whatever, but yo, these are my kids, man. Like I ain't gonna just hand
Yeah.
them off to you, like, you know. So and I'm in Texas, so it's like Bible Belt. I mean, you're in Atlanta,
Georgia.
so you know what's up. But yeah, like you see it. And so I feel you on that, man. Like the labels don't mean nothing, man. It's the content of the character.
Yeah.
The thing that would always be super telling for me to do is when we would go out to eat, you know, like at a Denny's or whatever, and the way they treat the waiter, you know, the waiter or the waitress,
Oh, yeah.
bro, that
yeah.
was like that, you know.
That's a
like,
good one.
like not saying thank you, not saying please, not saying like not being, you know, just like respectful, right? Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, let me get that. You know, it's like, well, no, like, you know, can I have this, please? Like, you know, just respect, the common courtesy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like even that, those little things, I was like, dang, if they treat the waiter, the waitress like that, what they gonna do to me? You know, when I cross them the wrong way or when I want to say
ain't
something
special.
like, I ain't special, man. Where's the grace?
Yeah.
Where's the
Man,
grace?
that's
Yeah.
a big one. Like, just whenever you talk to someone, just
Yeah.
listen to how they talk about other people.
Mm.
That tells you everything. Like, boy, people will
Yes,
tell
sir.
you everything. If you just don't be so naive to think you're different, like, or special.
Yeah, like what makes
nah.
you special? They ain't talking smack about you.
Yeah.
yeah,
Nah. All the people
exactly.
you hear them hating on, oh, you one of them people. Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
Yeah,
not
bro.
yet, but you will be. Like,
You
for
yeah,
sure.
you do something, you're gonna mess up someday. So it's like, yeah, bro, it's crazy, man.
That's
It's
another one of
crazy.
them things where, like I was talking about, I got a lot of life experience. Yeah, I've had a lot of experience when it comes to the church and spiritual abuse. That's another thing that I haven't heard
Oh,
too
man.
many people talk about, but it's gonna be it's gonna come through in some of my songs. So
Yeah.
the church itself will be part of like who I'm talking about sometimes too. Like
Yeah, I'm excited for it, bro, and I got some stuff very similar from that, like that. That's why I just you said spoken word. I just released the spoken word this Monday actually, and yeah, man, and it's an interesting one. I wrote it a few years back, and it's essentially talking about the dichotomy between the new version of you as a man and between the old version of you. And I wrote it from the perspective of that older version trying to call you back. Like trying to call you back to get back to old habits, trying to call you back to be, you know, to nestle in the like in the comfort of what you used to be like, right? As opposed to you going forward and moving on. So it's pretty. I have to send it to you so you can check it out and see what you think. But
share with me,
yeah,
man. I have
bro.
I
Yeah,
have a similar kind of concept, a little bit different, but kind of in that same vein where it's basically the premise
Okay.
of it is just because you knew me don't mean you know me.
mm, mm.
You knew
I
me from
love
back
that.
then. You don't know
love
me
that.
now.
Yep. Yep.
Like, you
Yeah.
know, and people, you know, you've changed. Like, yeah, it's been a while. Like, I've gone through
Yeah.
a lot. Yeah.
I should have.
Been
I should be
growing,
different.
bro.
Yeah, bro. That's the hardest part, right? Like with people that you grow up with, when you don't see, like I see you, you're ambitious, you have that drive, you have that hunger for more, but not only more, but just to be better, right? Like just to be a better version of yourself.
Always.
And dude, like when you look at other people, especially some of the people you grow up with, and if you come from like humble beginnings, like I'm sure you probably have the same thing, like where we grew up in hoods and areas, you know, like grew up around that stuff, and you see the difference in like the pursuits, right? Like we remove ourselves from that environment. We figure out like, well, how can I get out of the hood? Right? Like I see people doing it, So like Hispanic kid, from the hood, like I don't have to stay there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I can go back. I can get out of here. Let me figure this out. Let me get with the right people. Let me, and then I'm trying to bring my boys along. Like, yo, dude, why don't you come do this thing with me? Come do it. Like, let's do this podcast. Let's do this music. Let's do this YouTube thing. Like, let's do something, man. Like to get us out of these situations. Let's get better.
Yeah.
They don't want to roll with you, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's like, and I've tried, and it's always bittersweet because there's like a natural sort of separation that kind of happens just because you different pursuits, man, different mindset.
Yeah.
But you love them so much where you're like, man, I wish if you would just roll with me on this. I'm telling you, man, it's going to get better for you, but it's hard, bro.
That's a whole nother, that's kind of
whole other theme of
that's
of
a
music.
whole other thing where like,
Yeah.
even with my music and stuff like that, like there's my deeper songs they get very psychological. Where I like take you through the thought process, like my thought process or other people's thought process, and like that even goes deeper. It's like, okay, well, why are they acting that way? And then like even us, like when we're asking ourselves, why are we acting a certain way, or why do we keep exhibiting this certain type of behavior, like these patterns? Like, because when something's a pattern, it's like, okay, well, it's predictable. Like, why is that happening that way? And then you start doing some research, you start going into your past, and typically you go all the way back to childhood, and you find some things like, oh, okay. Like, I'll give you one example. Drove my wife freaking nuts. When we were just friends. When she would come visit me, when I was still at my parents' house, I would ask her like 3 or 4 times if she was still coming. And this is the first time my wife like had to get on to me about something. This is before we're married. Like, she's like, she knew that wasn't normal. Like, why are you treating me that way? And then she brought it to my attention. I didn't think anything about it. I'm like, cause, and then I realized, oh yeah, like, your word is good. Like you never stood me up. Why do I keep asking? And I'm like, oh, my brother does that. My brother, like, if he says he's going to do anything, the chances of him actually doing it is very slim to none. And he's let me down so much. And so I was now projecting that onto her because I'm afraid that she's not going to come through, and I'm treating her like my brother,
like your brother,
and not like even realizing doubt. Like, why am I? And I'm probably doing that to other people, and like, but I was saying, like, the psychology, like going back to the psychology is fascinating to me, like to try to understand, or like even like looking at criminal stuff, like these interrogations that cops do on people and stuff like that, and like reading people and lies and body language, and then like or just what led up to things and stuff like that, and you can have people grow up from the same exact location, or you can say identical twins. They look the same,
in the same household.
Same household, same opportunities, can have completely different outcomes in life. You know?
Man.
And it reminds me of the quote that life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you respond to it.
I love that.
10% what happens to you, 90% your circumstances is 10%, but what do you do with it? Or the other quote, it's not about what you have, it's about what you do with what you have.
Yeah, exactly.
You both have the same amount, but what did you do with it? And it all goes back to stewardship.
It's the parables, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. The parable.
Everything is stewardship. Yeah. What are you doing with it?
What are you doing with it?
You want more clients? What are you doing with the ones you got? You know what I'm saying? You want better results? What are you doing with what you already have? Like, you want to be a manager? What are you doing with part-time?
Yeah.
Are you a good steward over part-time? They'll want you to be a manager probably if you do good with part-time.
Yeah, man.
If you go beyond that and say, okay, how can I do this unto God? How can I do this in a way I feel like I'm pleasing God when I do it? That can exceed your boss's expectations. Like, you could be doing things they're not even telling you to do, but you see it needs to be done and you do it. Like, what in the world? Like, get this guy a raise. Like, I want this guy full time.
And in those moments, you stand out, bro. Like, because nobody does. And I think it goes to what you were saying with your wife and that experience, right? Like, I think what separates the men and the individuals that do that kind of thing is they have this innate sense of self-awareness, bro, that where it's I don't know how to explain even how do you get that, right? Like, how do you develop that? Because it's like a skill, you know, that
Bro.
that you develop over time. Like, it's, you know, because some people are self-aware of their own inadequacies, but they don't want to do anything about them. You know, and right, you know what I'm saying? And then there's other individuals that are like, dang, I really suck at this. Let me figure out how to get better. You know, like, and they'll do the work to fix, like, you know, but the like you were saying, the psychology behind that, how do you, like, how do you learn that skill, right? Like, or is that just something like,
That's what I'm saying.
you can't
like,
learn it? Yeah.
That's something fascinating to me about different personality types and stuff like that. Like one I just learned about recently is narcissism.
Oh, dude, that's a big one, bro. That's a big one.
And it's fascinating because as once you learn like what narcissism is, you can spot it. Like, and it's like, this is how I think about, not everybody, but a lot of times I think about people like chess pieces on a board.
Okay.
You know? And like different chess pieces move differently. Like there's like a pawn can only move forward, and I think can move diagonal if it's like jumping somebody or something like that, I think.
If it's gonna eat something. Yeah. If it's gonna eat somebody. Yeah.
Yeah. So like narcs, they have a very rigid way they can move. You know, like and there's also ways that you can ask a person if they're a narcissist without asking them if they're a narcissist. And one of the ways you can do it is if you ask them, if you go back in your life, what are some of your biggest regrets? And what they can't do is they can't reflect on something they did wrong. What they'll do is they'll say, "Oh, I trusted somebody else, or I let this person do this, and they screwed me over, and I wouldn't do that again." That's what. That's how you can. That's how they can tell you they are without you knowing, without them knowing you're asking them if they're a narcissist, because they cannot admit any wrong. Like, unless they're using it to manipulate you in some type of way, like they can't. Like they're just, it's not there. And
bro.
and that's fascinating to me. Like if you ever look at the Amber Heard trial is a good trial of narcissism on display.
With Johnny Depp and all that. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She'll take that to the grave. Like she will never, that's it. Like she's not letting
admit the wrongdoing. Yeah.
Yeah. And so like when you know you're dealing with that, you can't go to a person like that thinking you're about to change this person. No. You know? And that was something, another thing I learned from Robert Kiyosaki on the second book I read from him called Cash Flow Quadrant. And he says, you've read that one?
Yeah, yeah. I was on that Kiyosaki.
Yeah.
Like the assets and liabilities, bro, and all that stuff. Like it was game, bro. It was a game changer for me.
When he broke down, like, okay, he's like, there's 4 different ways that people make money. And then he broke it down. Left side is like employed and self-employed. Right side is business owner, investor.
Investor. Yeah.
And he was like, but what did it for me was like, once I started learning about entrepreneurship, I was like, man, I want everybody to be an entrepreneur. I want to put all my friends on. I'm buying books. I bought my wife a book. I bought my cousin a book. Read that. I'm checking in with them like the next day. Did y'all read that yet? Like, what y'all think?
You're so excited. Yeah, you're so pumped about it because it's like you just found like the secret of life, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I just found a freaking treasure. I'm trying to get y'all the treasure. You know what I'm saying? And then, but one thing in that cash flow quadrant that really helped me start kind of finding some balance with that was he was like, you have to understand that this is also like a mindset. So like the different ways you make money is like a different mindset. So like the employee doesn't want any responsibility or like very little responsibility. And they're totally content with like someone else handling everything, and they just come in and they can do the bare minimum and they can go home and they're happy with that. The self-employed person, they're like, I don't feel valued, you know, or I don't feel like I'm paid enough, or I don't like the way they do this and do that. I think I could do it better. I'm gonna go do my own thing, you know, and that's the self-employed mindset. It can be. But one thing he was saying was like every time you talk to someone, you're talking to one of these people that have one of these mindsets.
The categories,
So just realize the type of person you're talking to, and don't try to basically force them to be something they're not. You know, you can encourage people, and that's cool, but also like just know you can't change people, and you know, and that's the fascinating thing is like why people make the decisions they do. Like one for me is like meth, crystal meth, like. That came out when I was in high school, and it just swept through my town. And I mean, it destroyed people. And it literally happened right in front of me. Like my brother was on it. All of his friends was doing it. Some of my friends was doing it. I just seen girls who came up in some of them golf course neighborhoods, and now they're sleeping with a drug dealer down the street for drugs.
Jeez, man.
Like good girls, you know. Or you see them and like you don't even realize who they are. because their face is sunk in, their eyes are bugged out, and they got marks all over their face. It looks so bad.
So sad.
And and you're like, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, or but back then we didn't know about it, but like now, like people know about it, and it's like, if you know what that leads to, why would you still try it out for the first time? Like that, I don't understand that. But also, I don't know where they are mentally to even like, I don't know, be that desperate or be that hard up for that type of fix. And we're all just so different, man. Like, cause like there's been certain things with me where like I had a certain amount of fear to do certain things when I was younger. And so like, I just would not do it. Like it was almost like there was like a shot collar on me or something. Like I knew if I go to, can't do that. I ain't doing that. I ain't messing with that Coke. Nah, I ain't gonna do that acid. Nah, thanks for the offer. I don't want no man.
I'm good.
I like eating, I like sleeping. You know, I will smoke a blunt with y'all and eat some Little Debbie's or something, but I ain't staying up for 3 days and rearranging the room. Like, that's just not my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that just didn't appeal to me, but it just certain stuff I just didn't, I don't know. Like, why people do the things they do, it fascinates me. Because that's another quote I like. It says, nothing easier than to detest the evildoer, nothing more difficult than to understand them.
Dude,
and so
that's deep.
I'm always trying to another scripture, and all you're getting, get understanding. So like,
there's always a lesson.
Why?
There's
like,
always
that's what I'm always
lesson.
asking. Like, not like I can't believe you. Like, why?
Yeah,
that's what I want to know is why did you do it? You know what I'm saying? Why? You know, and that's such an important question for everything we do in life.
It is, man. It is, dude. And dude, and you're hitting it on the nail with the narcissism and all that stuff, man. Because when I've dealt with individuals, that was a good question too. Like to look back at the regrets to kind of identify that.
Most about your life.
Yeah, and what I've seen in my like dealing with a lot of people that are like that is that they always try to kind of like one up you. You know, like like they can never be happy. Like you could tell them, like, oh, like you're dropping the song tomorrow. Like, yo, man, I just dropped this song.
A narc would not be happy for you.
No, dude, they're gonna say like, oh yeah. If they don't have the example, they'll be like, oh yeah, one of my friends just dropped a song too, and like, they got like 1,000 streams the first day, and like, they're killing it, bro. Like, so like just a relatable story or something. Like, they just can't be like, yo, dude, that's awesome, bro. Like, congrats. Where can I go to like? Can I go support that real quick? Can I go listen to it?
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's a different type of individual. And I love what you said too with the cash flow quadrant, because I've never thought about you. I've always looked at it as like, okay, you want to go from being an employee to self-employed and go into a different category because you're looking at it from a business perspective. But the way you did it as a psychological perspective, as in like, yo, this is actually a categorical thing that you can use like, it's a lens that you can view people through.
Yeah.
When you meet them, to meet them where they're at. Yeah. Right. Like that's a different way of looking at it, bro. So it's like a testament to how you pull back layers on stuff. So
like some of these dope boys out here slinging dope, like you got the right mindset, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you got the mindset. You just got the wrong product. Like you're doing
the wrong thing though.
Yeah. Really bad, risk management. You just need to flip that and you need a different product. Same mindset, sales, all that marketing, promotion, you just need a different product. Like that's called the trap for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
The lead magnet, the free trial. You know what I'm saying? Like,
their lead magnet is like, hey, just try, here's a dime.
Yeah, just try a little
joint. Just try that. You know what I'm saying? Holler at me when you want something. That's the lead magnet.
That's the lead magnet. Yeah.
They got it. And I had a funny thing that happened earlier this week on every now and then I get a hater that comes by. Mm-hmm. And I kind of have fun with haters.
Oh, do you? Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of have fun.
Do you like to engage like back with them or a little bit?
Yeah, I'll engage with them, but not the way they want me to engage with them.
Gotcha.
I love on them, and it throws them off.
Okay.
It throws them off.
I can see that. Yeah.
This one dude said, "Man," he said, "Your rap flow is trash," and he was commenting on one of my recent videos I was doing on rhyming. I was teaching about rhyming and the different techniques that go into rhyming to improve your rhyme schemes and stuff like that. So before I could even get to him, like one of my other followers had already gotten to him.
Were they a little less gracious though? Like when they went after him?
Yeah. They wasn't handling him with light. They was putting the hands on him. And because they appreciate me, and they're rocking with me, and they trying to protect me. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And,
That's how it goes.
But and he also said, he said, I'm a way better rapper than you are. He's like, your flow is trash. And I said, congrats, bro. I said, that's awesome. I'm glad to hear that you're so good at rapping. It's like if you're better than me, you're really good. And I said, that's awesome, bro. I'm happy for you, man. Like, I wish you nothing but the best. And that's genuine. I'm not trolling him. Like, I really, like, if you really are better than me, bro, you're freaking fire. Like, because I'm really good. Like, so if you're better than me, and you can be better than me, I don't think I'm the best rapper in the world. Yeah. But I'm highly skilled in this craft of rapping. I've been doing it for a little bit. And so I genuinely meant that. And then he commented back, and he was like, I hate it. He's like, it trips me out, man, when people try to act like they're happy for you, but they're really upset and they don't want to admit it. And I told him, I said, interesting. Again, it's fascinating. Like, why do people do what they do? If you just ask yourself, I'm like, how did you get here? Like I have nothing but positive vibes on this end. Like, this isn't the place where I hate on people or I exalt myself as better than anyone else. Where's this coming from? And and I told him, I said, bro, I was like, why would I be mad that you're saying you're better than me? I was like, because my whole channel is dedicated to helping people be better rappers. That's what this is all about. Like, that's why that's why this channel exists. Like, I want people to be better rappers. Yeah. Like, I'm happy when people are doing good. I want people to be good. Like, I like people to be doing good. And I said,
you want to see people win.
Yeah. And I hit this is what I hit him with on the exit. I said, and bro, since you're so much better than me, now just go out and get your fan base. Mm-hmm. And that's really where the crux of it all is. Yeah. Is he seen that subscriber? He would, if I didn't have no views, if I didn't have nothing, that dude probably would not take the time out of his day to leave me a comment. But he sees that, and he sees what he doesn't have. And there's where the trigger. From. Because I ain't never met a hater that's doing better than me. Nope. They're never doing better than me. They rarely have a real profile picture. You know what I'm saying? And you go to their stuff and like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not hurt people, you know? Yeah, bro. And I don't want to try to add on to that, but yeah, there's insecurity there. If you have to go around telling people how good you are, you're not a secure person. No. And that's another narc thing. Not saying he's one, but there's already a lot.
Narcissistic tendencies for sure. Like,
there's potential. Like, I'm getting some reads. I'm like, we might got one right here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because like, after I hit him with that, it's been crickets. I haven't heard back from him. You know. But
I probably wouldn't. You wouldn't respond to that, bro, as a hater.
I'm encouraging you, like, bro, you're fire. Now go get your fan base. Like, what's stopping you?
It's an irrefutable way to approach it, bro. Like,
go get it, bro.
Yeah, go get it. Yeah.
I got a fan base. Why don't you have one? You're so much better than me. Like, so what's holding you up?
Where's your YouTube channel?
You sitting here hating on somebody. You could be out there like sharing your music with somebody, you know, or connecting with some people and building your fan base up.
Yeah, bro.
Here we are.
It's a trip, man. The internet is a crazy place, bro. Like, and I've seen those same things, and and you're right. Like, you go to their profiles and you don't see any activity, nothing, like no face, no nothing, and it's just. I've been on YouTube 13 years, and it's like, you know, that's what you see. You see 13 years of like, oh, you opened up your account 13 years ago, and you got 2 subs. And you got 2 cat videos. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, and no profile pic. It's like, who are you? Like, where'd you come from? You know?
You want me to know how bad I am, how much I suck. You know? Yeah. Good looking out, man. Thanks for letting me know. But you gotta be, you know, secure in who you are, and whenever you put yourself out here and stuff like that. Like I always appreciate a good compliment and stuff like that, but it doesn't move me. Like, dramatically. Like, I've been doing it for a while. I've gotten plenty of compliments. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. It's not like I need them. You know, or like.
That's
like
not
sometimes
what fuels
when I
you.
tell my wife, I'll tell my wife, "You looking good." I'm like, "Don't act surprised. Like, I need you to know you look good." Like you know you look good. You know. Yeah. And but yeah, same thing like with the negative stuff. Like, it doesn't really move me. You know. It
doesn't faze you. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
like,
good.
Again,
bro.
make the music you want to hear. I love it. I like it. It's not for everybody. I'm not trying to make it for everybody. You know,
Yeah.
I know if I like it, there's going to be a certain amount of other people who like it.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. There's never been one song, one artist that the whole world just universally agreed that they loved. You know, Eminem got plenty of lovers, plenty of haters.
For sure.
You know,
For sure.
Jesus had haters.
Yes.
Who am I?
Yep. That's real, bro. Yeah.
You know, so make the music you want to hear. And to sum it up, the labels. I don't want any labels. And I'll throw this in there. Jesus never called himself a Christian. I'll just throw that in there. And the Christians didn't call themselves Christians. That's what other people called them because they followed Christ. So
yeah,
I let other people decide what I am based on how I live my life.
That's deep.
Yeah,
that's deep. I've never thought about that. You're right. That's deep.
Yeah.
Yo, you putting me on game right there, bro. On that one, that's good. Yeah,
and that's why I love that Martin Luther King quote so much, man. And again,
content of the character. Yeah.
Character, man. The fruit. What is it? What type of tree is it? Let's see what it produces, and that's what it is. You know, and even in that, a tree can, if it's the type of person who's trying to improve, that fruit can change. You know, if that person desires to do better, then that fruit may look different over time. You know.
Yeah.
You know, so we're not just, but not everybody's there. Not everybody's trying to change and improve and stuff. And
yeah, it's true.
It goes back to the whole individual thing.
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
So
it's crazy, bro. Yeah. Dude, man, I appreciate this conversation, bro. I appreciate you taking time and meeting with me and meeting with a random stranger on the internet, connecting over some music.
We hung out already.
Yeah, we hung out for a little bit. That's right. Yeah. Nah, bro, dude, I'm super grateful for you, man. I know, like you said, I know you get a lot of compliments and all that, but with this conversation, just us like being able to talk and openly about these different topics and all that, it just makes it more than just music, man, more than just what you do. And just you as an individual, as a man, like I'm just grateful for just another good human being, another good man out there doing good work. Trying to get like serving other people so that they could win too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what it's about, bro. And I love connecting with men in particular like that. So, I'm telling you, like there was something innate in me where I'm like, man, I got to talk to Cole. Like at some point we got to connect and have a conversation. So this is dope, bro. I appreciate you.
Likewise. I appreciate you too, bro. As you can see, I can talk, man, but the conversation is two ways. It's a two-way conversation. So it's been a pleasure talking with you as well, man. Like
thanks,
great
man.
Convo, man. And man, I always feel to reach out, man. If you ever have any questions, if you ever need anything or whatever, and I mean that. Like I always, I try to help. I try to be helpful and to as many people as I possibly can. You know,
I appreciate
that's what this
man.
is all about, man. It's all about trying to help others, man. And that's been the whole philosophy of my whole business, man. Is like focus on like being useful, being good to others. Like
exactly.
Like try to help other people. And be a blessing to others, and you will be blessed in return.
Very much so. Yep.
Yeah.
That's been my experience, bro. That's what it is. Yeah, you serve other people wholeheartedly without any expectation, right?
No
like just
attached.
like wholeheartedly.
Yeah, no ulterior motives. You know what I'm saying? If you're able to help someone, help them, man.
Yeah, God repays, man. God repays you tenfold. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. But, dude, if I do put this out as a podcast, you cool with that? Like, anything said or anything like that, you let me know if you need me to cut anything. I thought it was pretty
fire, man. I thought it was a fire conversation.
I thought we had a good conversation too, man. So that's why I wanted to record it and just see where it went. But, and if, since we are, I'll probably do it and put it out as a podcast. Like, let them know where they can find you, bro. How can we support what you're doing and help you grow? How can we help you grow as an artist too, and get you a bigger fan base and get you a money stream on that side as well, bro? Like, we just want to be able to support you on that side.
Yeah. So anybody who's trying to improve their rap skills, or they just want to learn more about music, I have people who follow me, not that are just rappers, but people who are drummers and guitar players and stuff, and like people like to learn. They learn music theory from me. Essentially what I do on my channel is I teach music theory as it applies to rapping. And so if anybody wants to learn about rapping and learn more about how we make music, or even maybe learn about like some of their favorite rap songs and me break them down, Mize Studios on YouTube. That's like the best place. But anywhere on all socials, Cole Mize Studios. The music side of things is Cole Mize Music. So, or if you type in Cole Mize on Spotify or whatever, you'll come across my music. Got a song dropping tomorrow, which will be out by the time this is released. So, Riding Round, check it out. It's music, positive music to encourage anybody out there trying to chase a dream or whatever to get after it, And that's what it is. So Cole Mize Music and Cole Mize Studios. Those are my 2 brands right now I'm building.
That's awesome, bro. I love it, man. We're definitely gonna keep supporting. I'm gonna look out for that song tomorrow as it drops, and I'm gonna check it out. It's probably gonna drop at midnight tonight, right? Like, is that how you usually? Yeah.
It's gonna drop. And let me know whenever this goes live, man. I'll share it with my audience.
Oh, dude, appreciate that. Thank you, brother.
They get to know a little bit of the guy behind the music, the rap videos a little bit more.
Yeah, bro. And it's a testament. Like it's no surprise, a testament to the good character that you have, man. The good human being that you are, bro. So I mean that. Like, it's dope. So
give it to God, man. Thank God.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
Yeah, because wouldn't be nothing without him, bro. So I'm
sir.
Grateful to be here, man. And the future is bright, man. I'm looking forward to what the future has in store for all of us. So
yeah, man. Let's keep growing, bro. Let's keep growing.
Sir. Let's get it, bro.
Yeah. All right, brother. You have yourself a good night, man, and thank you again for this time. I appreciate
pleasure, G. You have a good one too, bro. And if you need anything else, man, just let me know. Okay?
Cause we don't stop, rock the rhythm right. Nothing like the thrill of the fight. Freedom be the target that we all have in sight. Time for all my people to go pick up a mic. Cause